looked at the CBA as an opportunity for me to hone my skills. I didn't go down there with the mentality that, hey, I was just up in the big leagues. Now I'm down in this minor leagues, and so I went down there with a plan. So I knew that I wasn't going to be down there long, but I needed to work on some things that I needed to work on to get better as a basketball player. So that was my mentality. So every day I put in the work and try to hone my skills because I saw what it took in order to stay at the next level. And so I just used that information to implement it into my game and my work habits. And I needed to get better in those areas. And so, but it was real enlightening because, like you say, you go from traveling on planes, traveling on buses, and you stand in, areas that you don't need to be staying in. And so right. it was different. But you know what? I take that back. With us, because I went to Cedar Rapids.
Okay.
Our owner had their own planes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So it was a little different for me when I first got down there. I was just like thinking, you was traveling on this 747. Now you're traveling on this, but you're still flying.
Right.
But teams started to complain that we had an unfair advantage because we did have planes. And so they had to switch it up. And so we started taking buses, but it wasn't bad. I looked at my time as that I developed a lot of friendship down there. I got a chance to kind of see the countryside. And, so in my mind, I'm trying to keep it, positive,
Right.
And so, but it did hone your skills because you had some guys down there that could really go get it.
Yeah.
And so I was very fortunate that I had a pretty good team that I was playing with. A coach by the name of George Whitaker was my coach in Cedar Rapids. But let me
I played with George.
George, yeah, George is a real cool dude.
Yeah, I played with him in Yakima.
And everything. I remember he called me into his office the first day I got there. He said, John, I didn't see you play. I know you're not going to be down here long, so just make the best of it. So, when he told me that, it just kind of, lightened me up a little bit. And, but it was fun. But Cedar Rapids got to be the coldest place in America. I thought Minnesota's cold too. Minnesota, I made the All-Star game in '94, and we went to Minnesota. I was so disappointed. I had to beat Minnesota my first All-Star.
Your first All-Star game, right?
Yeah, you know how cold it is up in Minnesota. And
I'm here right now.
Oh yeah. What's the name? Cedar Rapids is just as cold, man. It was, but I really enjoyed myself, man. I had a good time down there.
When you was on the bus rides and the plane rides, I mean, what did y'all eat? I mean, was it just the bus to Bob Evans, or I mean, what was the per diem like back then?
Oh, per diem wasn't good.
Hey, it was 25 when I played, and that was 97, 98.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, they didn't change. They had to keep their budgets low in order to, you know what I mean? So you eating that, all you can eat and all those things, whatever.
Hey, the truck stops.
Truck stops, everything. But it was very humbling. It was very, very, very humbling. But I didn't think I was gonna be down there long. That was the deal. I figured I would get down there, do my thing, and eventually I get called up. But I never got called up that year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, Troy and I were the only people watching the CBA back then. What were the crowds like when you played at the arenas? Was there anybody there?
Yeah, no, the crowds was good, actually. You know what I mean? Because they actually had it in towns, small towns, for the most part, towns that didn't have professional sports. So the fans used to come out. Mm-hmm. And that was surprising to me because obviously it was the CBA, but you got some good basketball players down there. There's a lot of guys that came from the CBA, went on up to be successful in the NBA. So the talent was there. So the crowd was pretty good.
When you first got in the NBA, did you feel any disrespect? Did you ever hear from NBA guys, this guy's from the CBA, I got an easy night? I'm sure you heard it. I know they they had to think of you that way at first?
Not really. I heard it from a coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bill Musselman.
Uh-huh.
I think it was Bill Musselman. He was like, "That's the CBA guy. What is y'all doing?" And I'm out there balling. You know what I mean? And I think he was coach with Minnesota at the time.
Yeah.
That's the CBA guy. And but he's the only one. No guys ever disrespected me in that way. But you had to earn your way, and you had to earn your respect once you came up to the league. It's a little different than it is today. Guys are kind of giving respect, I think, more so than guys back in the 90s. Mm-hmm. So they didn't respect you until you did something. And so, and I knew that. And so just from my first year in the league, just watching watching Mitch Richmond go through it, and he was the rookie of the year. Mm-hmm. So, I knew that I had to earn my way, earn my respect in order to be able to stay up there in the league for a long time.
I got one question for you. I consider it, and I say it was the C before the G, it was the CBA before the G League, right? Yep. So in my time playing, like, we had some ballers, and I remember the years that I had, we probably had at least 10 to 15 guys who made it to the league that played probably 8 to 9 years, right? Yep. So tell me, in your time, do you think that it could have been 12 guys on an all-star team that possibly could have made the 8th seed in the NBA? No, if you would have put an all-star team together in the CBA, could they've been an 8th seed?
Oh, for sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Now, we had some ballers back in the CBA, man. For whatever reason, the guys got stuck down there. But our all-star team was very good. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we had some guys that went on up and played very well in the NBA for a long time. And so don't discount that league and the guys that came out of that league. Those guys were very productive when they got to the league. A couple of guys then won championships on teams. And so, no, it was some ballers back then.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I think that's all I got for John. I'm sure you got anything else, and we can turn it over to Mike if you all got everything.
That's it.
Okay. Mike, John Starks, Mike Peak. He's the guy that kind of started this whole we done with the 80s, we done with the 90s movement. And I just basically wanted to get y'all's take on why do you guys feel this way? I'm sure John has a different opinion than you, Mike.
Oh, hey, folks, what's happening? This Peak Town. Like you said, man, I started it all. Done with the 90s movement originator. John Starks Kruger, when he went left, he was an absolute nightmare. Big trash. Nah, what's up, John Starks? I love you, man. Just wanted to give you a shout out, man. What's happening? I'll lock John Starks up. I put the clamps. I'm 6'3". I played at 6'3", 190. And I already know. They like, hey, and I'm going to let you know right up front, John, I'm not one of these nerd basketball, these nerdy dudes that know all the stats and all this. I actually played basketball. Like I said, I'm 6'3". I played 6'3", 190 with a 40 with a jumper. I committed with Denny Crum with Louisville, but I came out of the inner city schools and went to the junior college, black hole. Couple injuries later, wound up at South Dakota State, and had a career, and then that was it. And so, but definitely
kind of went my route because I went junior college.
Yep, I was definitely a guy that everybody know. I was one of the guys that could have made it, but you know how that thing goes. Oh, yeah. But yeah, man. I just want to say my whole thing, John, with after what I just said is you a ball player, I'm a ball player. LeBron James at 17 years old was way better than Michael Jordan at 17 years old. And at 40, did you see the windmill he just did the other day? Jordan did the windmill and did a layup. Wasn't nobody even there. LeBron James did the windmill, dunked on my man, and at 40. So at 17, Jordan was not close to LeBron at 17. And then at 40, no muscle man, slow feet, washed Washington Wizards. Jordan Kruger won college. He didn't compare to LeBron. So that's just my whole point when it comes to the GOAT debate. That's why I feel like LeBron James is the GOAT.
Stop.
Yeah, we want to hear your rebuttal, John.
So when you say Jordan is at 40, right, and LeBron James, but you have to understand, Jordan was way retired before he came back. Jordan was on the golf course, smoking cigars, playing golf. You know what I'm saying? For 3 years, and they asked him to come back. He because he part on a other team. He say, give me a minute, man. Let me hit this. Hit this for a second. Let me think about it. Let me give me 18 holes in. I think about coming back and what have you. You know what I mean? So yeah. Jordan, when you say Jordan at 40, but Jordan, you think about it. And they showed the numbers. You know what I'm saying? That man came in at his first year, you know what I mean? He just coming in, had a knee brace on. He just back in shape. You know, he still averaged 20-some points. Then he come back at 40, he got in a little better shape and played all 82 games.
All 82.
Didn't miss a game. You know, and I got a lot of respect for LeBron. You know, and plus you got to understand, guys nowadays, you know, and you give so much respect to LeBron because he keeps himself in shape. He's 6'8", 270, whatever he is. He keeps himself in shape. So he never stopped his training. That's the difference. When Jordan left the league, he left out on top, winning a championship. If Jordan wanted to continue to play, he could have played to 40 because he would have kept himself in shape and still putting up ridiculous numbers. But he decided, you know what I mean? Bam, I hit my 6th championship, walked away after he hit the shot against Utah, against my boy Brian Russell. He walked away from the game. So when you're trying to compare those two at 40, there's no comparison. Because Jordan, like he said, you know, I heard him talk about it. If I was chasing stats, I could easily broke Kareem's record. Easily broke Kareem's record. The man averaged 30-something for his career. LeBron is nowhere near that, okay? Not even at 40. I watched him last night, and it just, oh, no. You know what I'm saying? He can have some ups and downs and what have you, and I got a lot of respect for LeBron. But you stop comparing this man because you know Jordan is a straight killer. You didn't see him play. Everybody, hold on. Like everybody in this league talking about, you know, nobody fears LeBron. Ever.
John,
hold on. We can go talk about the championship, this and that. You get guarded by J.J. Barrera. You get guarded by Jason Terry. You 6'8", 270 now. You get guarded by Jason Kidd, which is a hell of a defender. In a championship. Hold on. Then I listened to something. He was talking about we didn't have enough. You had potential 3 Hall of Famers on playing against Dirk Nowitzki, a 36, 37-year-old Jason Kidd, Jason Terry, and you lose that series. You think Jordan losing against that team? No.
Yes. If there was a zone defense, listen. If there was a zone defense, listen, John, you acting like if who can guard LeBron James? There's a different defense, John. You know that.
What's a different defense? What's a different defense?
LeBron is seeing 3 guys when Jordan only seen 1. They got zone defense.
No.
The defense not any different.
You can't put that. No. You can't do that, bro. You try to say that. No.
So you trying to tell me that if LeBron James came back and played in the 90s with no zone defense, he wouldn't have been tearing y'all up?
Oh, zone defense? What you mean no zone?
Excuse me?
What you mean no zone defense?
There's a zone defense in the league right now. LeBron James, the defense is
that what you say, zone defense? In this league? What zone is you watching these games? The lane is wide open. The lane is wide open.
They don't play no D.
I wish I played in the league where the lane was wide open. Oh my God! Stop it. This is not defense, bro. You not watching games.
Hey John, you can't touch nobody today.
You can't put that.
we were getting chucked coming through that lane.
Oh, bro, you already know when you come down the lane, you're gonna get hit. You know that. The game has changed. So let's just keep it real. The game has changed. Everybody spread out. It's driving kick game. That's all it is. It's driving kick. We had back in during our day, everybody had low post players. So the game was much more crowded for us as guards. You know what I'm saying? So you knew that it was going to be a little tougher to get down that lane and get you some buckets, So that's why most guys develop a mid-range game. We didn't shoot threes like that. Boy, last night, hold on. I saw last night, dude come down. It was a breakaway. It's 1-on-5. This man pulled up. I'm like, whoa, stop. Yeah. That wasn't even a good shot. And he had a hand in his face 1-on-5. I'm like, really? I wish I had that freedom back then.
What Big Pat would have told you if you did that?
Man, I did that one time. Pat looked at me, called me something I'm not going to even say. Never done it again. So my mentality was like today's mentality.
Can I ask you, John, have you seen, or Troy, either one you can jump in, have you guys seen, it seems like we've seen 50 Michael Jordans and one LeBron.
Huh? 50 who?
I mean, if you take if you take a few of these guys in the 2020s and take them back, Kobe,
these are. I get what
even Wiggins. Hold on, even Wiggins. Wiggins, you take those guys back, they got the little game, they could go.
I get what you saying. No, I get what you saying. LeBron is 1-1. Let's get that straight. He's
okay. Thank you.
He's a special player in the fact that he can do multiple things out there on the court. But it was some guys back there, probably not his size for his girth, but it was guys back there that can do the same thing LeBron do today. Same guys, you know what I mean? But they just not as big. This man's a tight end playing basketball. You know what I mean? The power that he possesses is amazing. You know what I mean? So no, I got all the respect for LeBron and what he do, but it's like you can't compare him to Michael Jordan. He's not Michael Jordan. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, LeBron, you know what?
Hold on.
I wasn't comparing.
Huh?
I was not comparing him to Michael Jordan. I was just saying LeBron James is the GOAT.
He's a great all-around player. That's what LeBron is. Because when it comes to clutch moments, nobody better than Jordan that I didn't see. Not even LeBron. And we didn't see where guys, and just like Dwayne Wade said one time, he said, I had to tell LeBron, this is your team. You got to take charge of it. That's after they lost the championship against Dallas. He had to come in there and tell, you didn't have to tell Michael Jordan nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was like that too.
You got somebody of Dwayne Wade caliber have to tell another superstar that this is your team. You got to take us. You know what I mean? That's come on, man.
Hey, John. Yeah. LeBron had been to the finals 11 times. Now I'm not saying if Mike would have won 11, he might not win 11. No, but he would have had 9. He had 9 of them.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. You know what I mean? Like I say, the man walked away from the game. How many guys walk away from the game, then come back and win 3 straight championships? You know what I mean? Not too many. You know what I'm saying? And one thing, the difference between Michael and most players is like he didn't make mistakes down the stretch of a ball game, especially big ball game. He didn't make mistakes. And that's what you feared about him, that he's going to always make the right play down the stretch, especially in the biggest moments.
It sounds like, you said walked away. It sounded like you said he quit twice. He even went to baseball and quit on baseball.
No, because guys begged him to come back. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something about this man. So I was playing, and Scotty will tell you the same thing. I was playing the Scottie Pippen All-Star game, right? in '94.
Right.
Michael, was playing baseball at the time. Y'all, just what's the name? I don't know what's going on. And Scotty asked him to come back and play in his All-Star game. Man, he's playing baseball, right? He come back playing the All-Star game, and Scotty kind of stacked the team in his favor.
I remember that.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And Jordan went off. He told us, and he looked at what Scotty did. He just told us, "Give me the ball and move over." he abused Scotty. I feel bad for Scotty because he was just on the island by himself. And Jordan, then after the game, he came over there and said, "Mother, don't you ever stack the game. Don't stack against me again." This dude, he had 50-something. And just him not playing basketball. That's how great of a player he was. When he was made it up in his mind that he's going to do something, you're not stopping him. You know what I'm saying? So for me, when you think about all his accomplishments, and I always tell people this, what made him so great, obviously he was athletic, he was skilled and what have you. But what made him so great was his mind. Because he had to go through the battles. He had to go through the wars in order for him to get to the next level. He didn't complain about it. He didn't say, I need to go out here and get this player, that player. The guys that he had in-house, he made better. Scotty, Horace, BJ, all those guys, he made better. He didn't go out and recruit this guy. Oh, I need this, I need that. No. The guys that he had, he just made better. And that's what it takes. That's what separates him from anybody. They can complain about, LeBron had X amount of, he basically had, I don't know how many Hall of Famers he had during his career. And he lost with 2 of them. I don't think Michael Jordan lost a championship with 2. You gave him 2 extra Hall of Famers to go on his team, he's not losing. As simple as that. And he didn't lose. You talking about Dennis Rodman, you talking about Scottie Pippen, those were the 2. And Dennis Rodman came after. You know what I mean? So Dennis Rodman was at the tail end of his career. And he just makes people different, man. I'm telling you, man. He was just different. Yeah. There ain't no other guy I could say that I played against, and I played against some of the best. I could say he was just different.
Well, John, hey, I want to give you your flowers right now because I'm telling you, growing up in Illinois, I wasn't a Bulls fan, so I was rooting for the Knicks. And one thing I always said is when you went up against Mike, I can look in your eyes, I can see in your body language, you was never scared. And you made me want to play. You made me want to play defense, and I didn't like to play defense. You made me want to play defense because the way you was competing, I could tell that you didn't have no fear of that man. So I just want to give you your flowers on that.
Me too. Amen. I want to give you your flowers too, John, man. I love you, man. I don't even know you, but I definitely love you. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Yes, sir.
I watched those Bulls games, and to be here talking to you today, I second that. I want to give you your flowers, and I love you, man. Because when you dunked on Jordan, with the left hand bleeding, that was one of my favorite dunks that I used to love to do. I'm right-handed, but my patented dunk I would do was with that left hand. So I definitely loved you. I always knew your story when I was coming up in college, and I always knew, man, John, I think I read somewhere he worked at a grocery store, and from the grocery store he got on and then went from there.
Yeah.
And so your determination and God was with you, so I know you a good dude, because that just don't happen, So yeah, man, I love you too, man, and I appreciate sitting here, speaking with you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, bro. It takes fans like you and brothers like you, bro, that appreciate the game.
And I just want to say, I'm sorry, John. I'm just doing this for I'm having fun, and I'm just kind of putting my opinion out, but it's kind of like a comedy thing that I'm doing when I watch the games, because I would watch the old games and I would be like, Look at this guy sweating out all that beer, butter, and Newport 100 special. That's why I got these glasses on, because I was on some beer and butter last night, and my eyes is out of whack. But, dude, I watch the games, and I always got my family laughing. Everybody's always laughing. So I kind of put it on wax and start doing it. But, no, I respect and I love the 90s.
Doing,
I
bro.
love you guys, man.
You keep doing what you. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody's laughing.
And we
Everybody's
need brothers like you. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, bro. It's gonna always be that debate. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, LeBron, Kobe. But people don't even talk about Kobe. Kobe is second coming of LeBron. You know what I mean? And so, this debate, and if you go back and watch Kareem probably was one of the most dominant big men ever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He could do it all. You know what I mean? You go watch some of those old I remember doing COVID, and I ain't get to see Kareem play when he first came out of UCLA and what have you. But then they would start showing those old tapes of Milwaukee Bucks and stuff like that. Kareem had all that in his game.
My son drew this.
And
this part says, "We done with the 90s. Kareem grandpa was big trash. I don't care what that big pop in his head, looking like a meat spaghetti running down his body was just saying."
Hey guys, we running out of time, man.
Hey man, this was fun, bro.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, man.
Anytime, man. We can do it, man.
Yes,
Anytime.
sir. Pleasure, bro.
Hey, yes.
And
Yeah.
Mike, take care of yourself, Shandel. Thank you, bro.
I want to say, I didn't get a chance to say hello to Troy. Troy, hello, man.
How you doing, brother? How's it going?
All right, man. Hey, take care, man. Good speaking with you today, man.
You too.
All right, guys. Thanks again. See y'all later.
Take care now.
All right, peace. Peace.